What's going on, guys? How y'all feeling today? We're back again with another one, and listen to this. We gotta talk about my boy Kwame Brown and his response to Stephen A. Smith on IG. This one's getting real interesting. Now, Stephen A. actually responded to a bunch of people yesterday, including Mace, Nick Wright, Rashad McCants, and even other podcasters and YouTubers who've been speaking on his take about Jaylen Brown. And look, this whole situation goes way back between Stephen A. and Kwame Brown. There's history here. And this right here is one of the things Stephen A. said.
Did LA give up too much to get a guy who has been labeled soft, although he puts up 19-9, which only 11 other guys do?
Is that a trick question?
You tell me.
They gave up Kwame Brown. Who
First
cares?
Rounders.
I could care less.
Tied into his salary for 4 years.
First of all, understand something. When you're giving up first round picks, if you are a quality team in playoff contention, it really doesn't mean that much. That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, Kwame Brown is gone. The City of Angels, Hollywood, just should be celebrated. Throw a parade already, whether you win a championship or not. This man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands. He can't catch the ball. He's got bad feet. He can't really move, even though he's mobile. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't have a post move that he puts to memory that he can do 2 times in a row.
Now listen, Skip even tried to talk about Kwame Brown in that same light, calling him out and all of that. But Jalen Rose actually stepped in and corrected that narrative, basically saying, how can you call him a scrub when the man had a long NBA career like that? And if you really know basketball, you understand something deeper. Once you reach those levels, the real test isn't just scoring, it's whether you can still impact the game when you're not the focal point of the offense. And I'm gonna keep it real, I've seen that firsthand too. Even playing at different levels like college and doing scouting work, you start noticing how guys fit into systems instead of just putting up numbers. At the end of the day, it's about impact in different roles. Simple as that. Now, Stephen A. Smith is also going to respond to Kwame Brown's take on his situation with Jaylen Brown. So let's go ahead and check that out.
Ladies and gentlemen, my exasperation with Kwame Brown comes from one place. And I'm going to say something that I don't think I've ever said on public airwaves. Maybe I've said it once or twice before, I don't remember, but I know it's rare because I feel this. My exasperation comes from guilt. Kwame Brown hates me. He truly does. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. When Kwame Brown was playing, and I had to critique him, I swear to you on everything I love, I had no idea that it would be a meme that stretched through 18 years, at least. I had no idea. Had I known that, ladies and gentlemen, I would have never done it. It's hard for me because I feel guilty. But it's also hard for me because that guilt that I feel, under no circumstances was I lying. Ladies and gentlemen, he is absolutely right. According to NBA standards, I couldn't play worth a damn. I was a street baller. I got a basketball scholarship. I cracked my kneecap, and after this, what it is. I don't want y'all to choke or suffocate on your laughter when I ask this question. Is Kwame Brown somebody that needs to be talking about people who couldn't play? Are we serious here? Seriously? That's where we supposed to be going? Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown. I'm going to dial it back because I want to be nice. right here on the camera, I'm going to say it again. Kwame Brown, I am sorry for whatever pain, agony, or emotional distress I have caused you. Never on my worst day do I want to be responsible for doing that to any human being. I never meant for that to happen. Never. And if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't go any further than where I just went. But we've all seen the videos, we've all seen the memes. We know where I stand when it comes to you and your playing ability. I never said anything else about Kwame Brown. But evidently he is so hurt, so profoundly impacted by my words that he simply can't get enough of me.
Stephen A. Smith, what a dummy. Hold on. I'm almost crying, laughing. Stephen A. Smith, it's gonna be fun responding to you. You're not gonna get out of a conversation with me apologizing. I didn't ask for your apology, and I don't hate you. I just want to talk to you. I would love to talk to you face to face. You the one getting that Macho Man Randy Savage voice and say, I'm not scared of anybody, brother. You can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? No. Y'all can't hear me for real? Damn, I don't know what's going on. I might have to take these headphones off. Oh, you care? Why you lie like that? I should block your ass. I should block your ass for lying. Stephen A. Ooh, I can't wait to later on, boy. I can't wait. Golly, that man say, I apologize to you. I don't know who in the world you apologizing to. I don't need your apology. Let's have a conversation. I really want to have a conversation with you. See, you like the Democrats. You do a good talking. You like a fucking Dollar General Hakeem Jeffries. You backyard, yard sale ass Hakeem Jeffries. Have a conversation with me. Don't keep getting up here talking back and forth. You going on platforms to talk about me, but you scared to talk to me? I will run circles around you, and I think you know it. That's why you keep doing all that talking. I think it's time to have a meeting of the minds, Stephen A. I would love to have a conversation with you. All this narrative of, I'm sorry, he hate me. Nigga, I don't hate you. I love the Lord, boy. Do it look like I'm living like you talking about, boy? I can't wait to have a conversation with you. I'm going to have a great time responding to you. I might leave where I'm at right now. This is a beautiful bar. I might leave where I'm at right now. It was just full of people. I might leave where I'm at right now. I might leave here to respond to you, boy. I might leave where I'm at to respond to you. Yes. Because, boy, that was terrible. You said Kwame Brown, you ask in the chat, should Kwame Brown be talking about who can't play basketball? I was referencing you. And me and you compared playing basketball, you goddamn right. I can mention basketball, you stupid fuck. I said your name. I said you couldn't play. Regardless of whether you think I can play in the NBA or not, boy, I can put that motherfucker on the ground. You understand me? You couldn't. You talked about your crack knee, 17 threes, everything you talk about is make-believe, nigga. I don't believe in the tooth fairy, and I don't believe your ass hit 17 threes either. So, Stephen A., listen, it's time for you to stop running from me. It's time for me to finally find out why was you at them colleges, boy. That's what we want to know. We not going to stop until we find out who sent you to them colleges. You're gonna atone for what you did. I don't need no motherfucking apology from you, bitch. All right? I need you to atone for what you did. All right? We gonna get that conversation. Don't run from me. You say you don't run from people. This is what you do. I want you to ask your bosses, can you have a conversation with me? Uh-oh, I see somebody. I see somebody. Man, I see somebody. I can't miss you. How you doing? But Stephen A., I want to know why you was at them colleges, boy. You gonna answer my question.
Now, Wami basically said he needs that conversation with Stephen A. Smith. And listen to this. He feels like Stephen A. went out there and before social media really took over, he was in a position where he could basically control the narrative, and now that's no longer the case because everybody has a platform to respond back. And let's be real, a lot of people already had a certain perception of Stephen A. based on how things went down back then when mainstream media was the only voice pushing the story. Back then, whatever was said in the media kind of became the truth by default, and you couldn't really push back on it unless you were directly asked in a post-game interview, and even then, teams would tell players no comment and shut it down. So the narrative was basically locked in from one side. But now, everybody can respond in real time. And the fact that this has involved names like Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving, and others over time just adds more fuel to the conversation. And yeah, even going back, Stephen A. did speak on guys like Tiago Splitter at one point, but you don't really hear that same energy being revisited the same way today. But one thing that really left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths was that moment when Serena Williams' husband came out and publicly challenged him, going straight to his bosses instead of playing it through the usual media lane. And people felt like Stephen A. didn't respond the same way he usually does when he's going at players, and that's what really stuck with him. There was even that moment where he admitted to Jay Williams that things with Kyrie had gotten personal, and Kenny Smith had to step in and kind of talk him down from that. And a lot of people felt like if you're going to be that outspoken, then be that way across the board. Don't switch it up depending on who it is. It's not that Wami hates him either, because there have been times where he's actually agreed with Stephen A. on certain takes. But the bigger point Wami was making is how commentary like that impacts players, especially in contract years where public perception actually matters. Because when you're the face of a show like First Take at its peak, whatever you say travels everywhere, and players feel that pressure. You might not think Wami was producing at the level people expected from a #1 pick, but he was still playing with elite talent like Kobe and others around him. And even early on and in Summer League, there were flashes that people saw in his game. And look, even someone like Michael Jordan, as much as we respect him as a player, his time as an owner with the Hornets and Bobcats showed that evaluating and developing talent is a completely different skill set. I've even seen Charles Oakley on a live with Wami talking about just how much talent Wami had. Gilbert even said it, how fast and athletic he was, and Wami was like that, And then Stephen A. comes in asking, is he really qualified to talk about who can and can't play basketball? Yes, we have to let anybody who's ever touched or even sniffed the NBA have the right to talk about who can and can't play basketball, especially when it's below their own level. Okay, if the 12th man on the bench is talking about a superstar, sure, you might have a legit gripe, but even then, that could still come down to talent. That could be situational, but people can still have high basketball IQ even if they don't have the talent or opportunities someone else has. One of the biggest misconceptions I've seen is that there are players overseas who are good enough to play, but teams have already invested in another player or drafted someone higher. He got a bigger contract.